We are back, day 2 of the Surge Equestrian League Grand Finale at the Surge Stable, Bangalore.
We're minutes away from kicking off the under 16 small tour category. Did you see that coming with Shaurya on Island?
I definitely saw it coming. He's an excellent rider with an excellent horse. And mentioning a few other riders who are in with a chance today, Mohammad Ali, Divyesh Ram and Pratik Raj.
I'm Shruti Tamra.
And I'm Dhruv Futnani. Welcome to day 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Small Tour Under 16 Day 2 of our Grand Finale competition at the Surge Stable.
Before we start, let's look at that beautiful space that's coming up right next to Surge Stable. It has a gym facilities, an indoor play area, what more could somebody ask for? 10 suite rooms, 24 studio rooms, state-of-the-art infrastructure.
Well, looks like a great place to unwind for the riders, for the parents, and for anyone who's looking at spending some quiet time in Bangalore. Perfect location. You can spend the entire day with the horses. Great chance to unwind.
Now let's go through the course.
Dhruv, tell us, after going around jump number 1, how exactly do you think that the riders are going to take the exact same course that our drone has adopted while going around this?
Absolutely, this is such a wonderful way to see the course. You can actually go stride by stride what the rider is going to see, what the horse is going to see. You can see them going over jump number 2 at the moment. So this is a competition which will be held under table A. So it is against the clock, but there are penalties for every drop, for every refusal. But it is still considered as a speed event.
This feels better than doing a course walk, honestly. Can eliminate all the heat as well.
Now you can see that line along the grandstand from 3 to 4. Distance of 26 meters, so the riders will have to decide in how many strides they're going to do that related distance. I think 4 to 5 is probably going to be one of the most critical turns in this competition. You can see it's almost like a U-turn. The riders who are wanting to have a chance will have to think about cutting that turn to as much as possible. 5 to 6, another bending line, but looks pretty straightforward. There's a nice red and white oxer coming up at jump number 6, and they go all the way around and approach the next jump, which is jump number 7, which is the white, blue and yellow coming up in front of you. So for the people who may not understand show jumping, every jump has a number. You have to do it in sequence. The red flag should be on your right hand side. If you're doing it in the other way, you will be eliminated for doing the jump in the wrong direction. Going from 7 to 8, the most critical turn of this course. 7 to 8 is going to either put a rider ahead or 4 or 5 seconds behind. So the turn from 7, which is the vertical, to the one stride combination at 8. Again, it's a parallel going into a vertical, so the riders have to be careful. And then they have 23 meters to jump number 9. That should come up pretty straightforward. And the white jump number 10 to the finish line. So it looks like a very encouraging course. The speed that the riders will have to maintain will be 350 meters per minute at a minimum. Since it's a speed class, I'm sure they will be looking at something much faster. The length of the course is 400 meters. Time allowed 69 seconds. Time limit 138. So a total of 10 obstacles, 11 efforts because there's only one combination. Jump number 8. Looks like quite a challenge. So the riders who did the small tour under 16 yesterday, the max height was 95 centimeters. Today, it's 5 centimeters more.
You can see them doing their course walk right now. Where do you think they can save some time?
I think this is a well laid out course. The riders are going to have to ride forward. It's not just a question of cutting the turns. They need to have the horses going with a good amount of momentum. You can see it's pretty much a straight line between 3 and 4, and there are a couple of places where they need to pick up the speed, but the places that they can save a lot of time on the turns, in my opinion, will be 4 and 5 and 7 and 8. Those are the two opportunities that the riders will have to really make up some time. And they also have to be careful. If they do jump number 4 with a lot of speed, it's going to be difficult to turn to jump number 5. And I think it's the same with jump number 7. If you do it very fast and you go 5-6 strides away before you turn,
Then you'll have to go around jump number 5 and then turn into 8A.
absolutely. So it's going to be interesting what these riders have walked, what they've decided with their coaches, how they're going to attack the fences, because today is a competition against the clock.
What a beautifully constructed course by our amazing course designer, Joseph Meyer, who's also celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, Joseph.
Can you guys give him a big hand?
And Shruti, can we insist that you sing happy birthday for him? Because we love your melodic voice.
I'm sure people will run away, but happy birthday to you.
And I have to tell you guys, from all the years that I've spent at competitions, the course designer and the course builder's job is one of the toughest jobs, because they have to put up the fences no matter how hot or how cold, or if it's raining or if it's snowing. They have to get the fences up, and they have to get them up perfectly, because every rider is expecting nothing less. First rider in the arena, we have Vivek Verma. He's a non-competitive entry because this event is for under 16 aged riders. Missed it by a few years, but he's in with a new horse, Mekong Delta. A great chance to build up some confidence, give the horse a little bit of experience on this ground. I'm sure at the next Surge Equestrian League he's going to push up to the small tour, but today he's taking the horse around in a non-competitive entry. Vivek Verma on Mekong Delta, representing King's Farm.
Kickstarting Day 2, Surge Equestrian League 2025 Small Tour Under 16. One pole down.
So in today's competition, the penalties will not be converted to time. So riders have to be even more careful. You can have a very fast time, but if you have penalties, it's going to put you back in the placings. The only time that the time of the course will be considered is when two riders have the same number of penalties. And of course, they need to make sure that they don't exceed the time allowed, which in this case is 69 seconds. You can keep your eye on the clock. Rider needs to complete the round in 69 seconds to ensure they don't have any time penalties. So he's just gone over by a little bit. So 8 jumping penalties, 3 time penalties. For those of you watching who may not know the rules about time penalties, it's 1 time penalty for every second that goes over the time. So even if it's 0.02 more than the time, it is still counted as 1 penalty. So
The current time allowed is 69 seconds. So even 0.1 second over that will garner 1 penalty.
okay, so we have the first competitive entry, Muhammad Ali on City of Ayanch. City of Ayanch is a thoroughbred, an ex-racehorse. I've seen him race at the Madras Race Club many years ago. This time competing out of the Vellore Equestrian Centre. Muhammad Ali on City of Ayanch. He had a good round on this horse yesterday. I think he was coming in a bit later on City of Ayanch in yesterday's start order. Speed is definitely part of this horse's DNA. He will be more comfortable jumping out of speed, but in today's competition, he has to make sure he doesn't have any of the fences down. So you could see a nice adjustment made by the rider between jump number 3 and 4. It is a related distance, so the riders really need to understand their horse's striding and make sure they're not putting
There
them.
was a gentle thud there. I could hear it all
Yeah.
the way here.
He got away with it. Pole is still in place.
Oh, he cut it inside.
That's a nice turn from 7 to 8. I think that's going to be very important.
Oh, unfortunately, 1 pole down. Safe at 9.
So 8A went down. He picked up 4 penalties, but he completes the round.
Well within time, 63.44, picking up 4 jumping penalties.
Yeah, that was a bit unlucky. So yesterday, in fact, we had the combination in reverse. We started off with the vertical going into an oxer. That's definitely a little bit easier than having an oxer as the first element, especially when you're trying to cut the turn. So I think most riders who are trying to win this competition will have a sharp turn from 7 to 8. A little unlucky to have the fence down. Next rider, Kapilesh on Mallorca from Kovai Stables. This is a horse which definitely has the ability to be at the top. Kapilesh had some nice rounds yesterday. I'm sure he's feeling more confident. And I think these competitions are great for the young riders to have the opportunity to do multiple rounds over a period of 3 days. Gives them so much confidence. I remember years ago we used to have one competition every few months. Unfortunately, looks like he's had a refusal at jump number 5.
I think that's what you were talking about. Going from 3 to 4 and then cutting to 5. That could be tricky for a bunch of riders.
It is a tricky turn, and sometimes we don't really understand what the horse is looking at, but it could be the slightest of things which interrupts their thought process or distracts them. But looks like he's back on track, doing a good job. Nicely through the combination. That was well ridden. So normally at this height you come across situations where the jump into the combination.
2 refusals. That will lead to his elimination today.
Yeah, unfortunately from 9 need to come to 10, but he had a refusal over there. So a good round, took it all the way to the end, but the 2 refusals means elimination for Kapilesh on Mallorca. He has another entry. He's going to come in number 13 on Tara, so has a chance to do better.
Up next we have Heba Gabriel on Ascot. Very promising duo.
Well, they had a very nice round yesterday. I think it was a pleasure to watch this horse rider combination doing the jumping round yesterday. Nicely in control. They were not going crazy in terms of the speed, because yesterday was purely a speed event. Today is about minimum penalties but also having a good time. So this horse has plenty of scope. You can see he jumps a fair bit above the poles.
Speed definitely not an issue.
I think she's going to pick up some speed through the rest of the course. She's been quite tentative over the first few jumps, and this will give her a lot of confidence. She knows the horse is certainly capable. Now the turn from 7 to 8. She's definitely taking the long way around, giving her horse plenty of time to look at the first jump.
Well within time so far, so no need to worry about that.
A nice round. In fact, 9 to 10 also looks quite tricky. I didn't realize this when I walked the course, but the turn from 9 to 10, if you cut it too sharp, is going to be a problem for some of the riders who are trying to save some time. But a nice round. The next rider, Revati Vikrant on Verdness from King's Farm. They had a few good jumps yesterday, but they had a few challenges on the course. I think they've had some time last evening to talk about it, come back with a slightly altered game plan. A very, very talented horse. Certainly has the ability, but doesn't seem like the easiest to ride because he has a lot of power going through. Really shows that power when he takes off.
Long turns.
Yeah, I think after yesterday's elimination, I think she's probably more looking at going through nicely, having a positive round.
Safe there. I was almost too scared.
Oh, I think she's missed that jump number 5. She just needs to get back into control, and she can come back and give it another try.
That will be counted as a refusal.
Yeah, certainly that would be a run out, so it would be counted as a refusal. And generally when a rider has a refusal, then they have to be a little bit careful about the time allowed, because there's always the potential for having time penalties.
She's past her time allowed.
So she had done jump number 4. She has to come back and do jump number 5. Remember, there is a time limit of 138 seconds, so she can do as many jumps as possible. More as an education and a chance to build some confidence.
We still have one more day to go. Second refusal, that will lead to her elimination.
Yeah, definitely not an easy horse to ride. She's doing her best, but
We have our next rider in the arena, Prithvi Krishna on Zara, representing Kowe Stables.
yeah,
Now, speed is definitely not an issue here, but precision, that's what we're looking for. Keeping all the poles up.
yeah, this horse definitely has the ability to go clear. No doubt about that. and had a nice round yesterday. Still remember the way he went through. Today is going to be all about having a clear round. I think watching the first 5 riders, there's no doubt, have a clear round, post a good time, and you definitely have a chance. But for sure, it has to start with a clear round. Took a short turn from 1 to 2. Got to keep that momentum going. So 3 to 4, the related distance.
Ooh, quite unfortunate. Missed the takeoff point.
Yeah, he'd pick up 4 penalties for the drop at 4. Nicely over 5 and 6. Is he going to take a sharp turn for 8? We have to wait and see. Yeah, that's nicely done. Giving the horse enough opportunity to see the fence. And if it was a single fence, it makes it a little easier, being a combination. And nicely done over the last jump, over jump number 10.
61.21 seconds. Very impressive. Picking up 4 penalties.
Okay, looks like we have Vivek Verma on Victoria entering the arena. Non-competitive entry representing King's Farm.
A pole down at number 1.
Yeah, a lot of the riders use the small tour under 16 as an opportunity to build up some confidence with their new horses. The heights are still manageable. This event is being conducted at a maximum of 100 centimeters. So for the new horses, it's a great way to get things going. Seems to be a little bit careless with the front legs, so he's knocked down.
That pole stayed intact. He gave it a good thud.
Over 5 and 6.
Another one down at number 7.
Certainly giving the ground staff a lot of work today. But completes the round, Vivek Verma on Victoria, representing King's Farm. What's up? Next in the arena, we have Ram Reddy Bota on TZ from the Flying Sea Stallion. So the judges will take a couple of minutes to make sure all the fences are up before giving the bell.
We're ready. Approaching the start. He's had a refusal at the first jump.
It's a refusal and knockdown, so the bell is given asking him to wait, and they have to rebuild the fence because he didn't clear it. So he will have to try jump number 1 once again. It will be counted as a refusal. 6 seconds will be added to the time.
Another refusal.
So unfortunately, the 2 refusals means elimination for Ram Reddy Bota on TZ. Riders have the option of requesting the judges to give them permission to do one fence, because these horses are incredibly smart, and when they realize that refusing a fence 2 times means going home for an early lunch or an early dinner, they will make that a habit very quickly. So riders are allowed to do one fence. They're not allowed to do a combination. They're allowed to do one fence before leaving the arena, just as a way of leaving on a good note.
With that, we have our next rider in the arena, Pratik Raj on Icon. He's representing Covey Stables.
Okay, so Pratik Raj on Icon. They've done well in the past. I've seen them pick up a few medals at the Surge Equestrian League. Let's see what they have in store for us today. And that was a sharp turn from 1 to 2. Almost made it a U-turn before the flower pots. That would have saved him at least a few seconds. So he's made his intention very clear. He's in it to win it. And the easiest way to do that today is to make sure...
He has a pole down.
I was about to say keep all the fences up. Unfortunately, that pole goes down. It's still against the clock. So if you have multiple riders at 4 penalties, the rider with a faster time will be placed ahead.
Which we currently do have, and he is really quick.
A nicely ridden turn to the combination. Kept the horse in balance. So, doing a good job. 1 fence to go. So, give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. A nice round.
Look at that time, 58 seconds. Very, very impressive.
One of the fastest rounds, I think. But that 4 penalties will definitely hurt him, because as long as the rider is clear with under 69 seconds, we'll be ahead of him.
So far, 3 people are clear. Oh, no, just 1 rider is completely clear. Heba Gabriel on Ascot. She's ranked number 1. Pratik Raj currently is at number 2 with Icon, and Prithvi Krishna on Zara is at number 3.
So we have only 1 clear, and we certainly have a rider in the arena who can be the second clear round of this competition. We have Tivyesh Ram on Clever, placed second yesterday, did a fantastic job. This is one of the most recognized horses in the show jumping circuit in South India. He's done so well with this rider. And I think inherently this horse has a lot of speed. So if he's just going to have a clear round, I think that would automatically put him in the lead. More easily said than done. Completing this challenging course.
So far, so good.
Nicely through. Let's see how aggressive he's going to be on the turn. Again, a very nicely ridden turn. Didn't cut it too much that the horse was out of balance. Kept him in balance. Very lucky. Very lucky on 9.
Very lucky over there. And a clear round for Tivesh, 53.67 seconds. We have a new leader.
That was certainly the round that I was expecting from Tivesh.
Cleverly ridden. Congratulations, Tivesh.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was pushing that hard today, but he really made it count. He got super lucky on jump number 9. He gave it a whack, but it stayed in place.
Gravity is definitely on his side today.
So in the lead, Divyesh Ram on Clever representing Kovai Stables. Serial number 12, Mohammad Ali on Salwood. Another thoroughbred, super fast horse. He's gonna make the time. Needs to keep the fences up, and just as I say that,
Number 1 down.
2.
Number 2 is down. Number 3. A thud there, but safe on 4.
Yeah, a lot of the times when riders try to go fast, they let the horses get a little bit flat, and you would definitely see that in a related distance. When a horse gets flat, he's just going to knock it down. Okay, I think he's choosing to retire. It's a good decision. When you knock down a few fences, there's no point in troubling the horse too much. You know it's not his day. Better to go back and give him chance to recuperate for tomorrow. So Mohammad Ali on Salwood retires from the competition.
Coming up next will be Kapilesh on Tara, representing Kovai Stables.
Okay, so Kapilesh has gone through the course already on Mallorca. He knows what it takes. Tara, probably a horse which he finds a little bit easier to ride. He's probably spent more time in the saddle on Tara than any other horse. He's definitely in with a chance. He is from the same team as Divyesh Ram, so they probably walk the course together. They have the same game plan. It's all about executing.
We can see them in the warm-up area currently.
Yeah, this being his second ride, they are quite flexible on giving him a little bit more time that he may need to warm up.
Show us his greatness. Pleasant day here in Bangalore. The weather is fluctuating between being extremely sunny and also a little breezy.
Well, I'm from Chennai, so I think the weather in Bangalore is like heaven 365 days a year. I never complain about the weather in Bangalore.
+1 on that.
So Kapilesh is actually the last competitive rider in this competition. Serial number 13, Kapilesh on Tara. It's going to be followed by Sriram on Amber, Vivek Varma on Scania, and Ira Sriharsha on Dolce Vita. All three riders will be non-competitive. So one more rider to go. Let's see if he can knock his teammate Divyesh off the top spot. Okay. So we're giving Kapilesh some more time to warm up. Going in before him will be Sriram on Amber, representing Kovai Stables. Sriram is one of the more experienced riders and coaches.
He's also from Kovai, just like Kapilesh, so maybe Kapilesh can pick a trick or two from him.
Certainly, I think Amber has been giving him a little bit of a hard time. We saw that yesterday. But I think that little bit of time competing in this arena is going to give him some confidence. So it's really helpful to have a few senior riders in the club taking the horses through. Sometimes with the kids, the horses can get away with a little bit of naughtiness, but I'm sure Sriram will put Amber in place. He is ready to go. It's a non-competitive entry. Sriram on Amber, representing Kovai Stables. So the clock is ticking away.
His time has started.
It doesn't really matter because it's non-competitive, but it's our job to tell you so.
He's already 14 seconds in. Now he's approaching the start.
Yeah, he's making use of his entry fee. He says, I'm going to be in the arena as long as possible. Yeah, for a lot of the horses, time in the arena is priceless. Being in front of the grandstand with all the noise, with all the...
There was a brutal refusal.
Yeah, refusal right at the base of the jump. Quite tough. Quite tough to hold on, but still in the saddle. And yeah, I think with someone as experienced as Sriram, that's fine, but with a kid, that might be a little dangerous.
Quite dangerous, actually.
Attempting jump number 2 once more.
Big jump there. Did you see that?
Well, typically horses will do that leap over the jump when they're not confident, they're not able to read what would be the right takeoff point. So then they put in a bigger margin just to be safe. So whenever you see a horse doing that, you know he's not 100% sure of the takeoff point or something is bothering him. But as you go through the course, they kind of settle down. So building back that confidence now over jump number 6, and now he's approaching jump number 7. Yeah, you can see how careful this horse is. He really doesn't want to knock the jump. But when a horse is not sure of the takeoff point, he would much rather refuse than crash it.
Another refusal at number 9. That will lead to an elimination for Sriram on amber.
So he does one more jump and then he can leave the arena on a good note. And we have Kapilesh back in the arena on his second horse, Tara, representing Kovai Stables. He's had plenty of time to look at all his competitors. He's had a bit of a break in between.
This is his second ride for the day, so he's already gone through the course with Mallorca.
Unlucky to have the fence down. Yeah, sometimes we always feel riders get too technical. They worry about all the different fences. But I can tell you that jump number 1 and jump number 10 are always the most difficult.
Another one down at number 4.
Yeah, jump number 1 because maybe the rider is not 100% prepared. And jump number 10, in case they're not as fit as they would like to be. He's going to go through the course, but after dropping 2 jumps, I don't think he's going to be in the placings. Big over the first jump in the combination, and over 9, making the turn to 10. Okay, a good round. That should give him some confidence.
59.01 seconds, so well within the time allowed.
And we have the last rider, Ira Sriharsha on Dolce Vita, non-competitive entry. But
We're requesting all the riders that are currently in the placings to be ready for the rosette ceremony.
top 6 riders, please be ready. You can look at the Nominate app. It will give you an idea of the placings. So, Ira Sriharsha on Dolce Vita, one of the most beautiful show jumping horses that I have seen in my life. Seen her do many a course with Yashan Kambata, more recently with Kiran Akhade.
Big striding horse.
Yeah, it's so easy to be pulled into the thought process that all the rider has to do is show the jump and stay in balance, but show jumping is so much more than that. Dolce Vita certainly knows her job, doing really well, but the rider needs to keep the rhythm. Oh, a little bit sharp into the combination, and Dolce Vita says no, gonna have to give her another chance.
The turn from 7 to 8, tricky one.
Nope, the second refusal means elimination, and we have the official results.
At rank number 6, we have Kapilesh on Tara.
Rank number 5, Muhammad Ali on City of Ayanch.
Rank number 4, Pritiv Krishna on Zara.
Rank number 3, Pratik Raj on Icon.
Rank number 2, Hiba Gabriel on Ascot.
And the winner of the competition today, he was placed second yesterday, goes one better today, Divyesh Ram on Clever. These are the top 6 riders of the Under 16 Small Tour Day 2.
They will be entering the arena shortly for the rosette ceremony. Now we can see them entering the arena.
Once again, a big thank you to our truly international team over here at Third Stable. President of the ground jury, Colonel R.S. Yadav from India. Jury member all the way from Iran, we have Miss Mona. The course designer from Germany, Joseph Meyer. We have a chief steward from Japan, Hanako Shirai. And the other steward in the warm-up arena from Bulgaria, Vanya Milcheva. So a big team to keep things going over here at Third Stable.
Congratulations to all the winners of the Under 16 Small Tour category. Congratulations, Devesh. What a round. I always knew you could do it. How are you feeling right now? What was your strategy going into it?
I'm feeling so happy to make today. Yesterday we just made slower and calmer and saving energy for upcoming events. And even today we just rode relaxed in a peaceful and in a decent manner, and we made the day successful.
What plans for tomorrow? Am I going to be talking to you tomorrow as well?
We are just making the same thing, calm, relaxed, and making our way to the podium.
Congratulations once again.